Nestled in the quiet countryside of the Central Valley town of Houston, there is a buzz of activity going on. You see, this is headquarters for a 70-year-old family business, Beekman and Beekman Bees and Honey.
Well, I was raised in a beekeeping family. My father came to California in 1929, and he started keeping bees in the early 30s, and so I was raised around them and grew up with them.
Today, Bruce farms several crops, including nuts and lavender, along with running his main business, Beekman Apiaries. He has thousands of beehives all over California, from Butte County to Orange County. And if that didn't keep him busy enough, keeping up with the byproduct of all those bees is his main task these days, making and bottling honey. Bruce and his wife Ann market a variety of honey at their farm. Basically anything that has to do with bees and honey can be found here.
Near the lavender and working in the lavender field, they always seem to be mellow and happy.
And did you know that California actually leads the nation in honey production? We produce about 20 million pounds of it each year. But honeybees aren't only good at producing honey, they're also good at pollinating. In fact, a third of our diet is reliant on the work they do each and every day.
Oh, through history and ancient times, the bees have been admired for their ability to work and pay attention to the job at hand and get the job done.
Working just as hard as all of those bees is Bruce's nephew, Brian Beekman, who is headquartered in some of the richest and most productive farmland in the country, along California's famous Blossom Trail in the San Joaquin Valley. Here, bees are hard at work turning blossoms into the fruits and nuts we enjoy each day. And besides an occasional bee sting, beekeeping in this neck of the woods is fairly steady, stable, and profitable, which was all true until a couple of years ago when something mysterious started happening.
And what's happening is the bees are so sick and unhealthy that they fly out of the hive to get food, that's their genetic trait, and they're so sick and weak that they don't make it back to the hive.
In a normal year, keepers may lose some bees, but beginning in the fall of 2006, entire hives just started disappearing with no obvious explanation. Perplexed, scientists came up with the name colony collapse disorder, or CCD.
Colony collapse disorder is a name that they gave a phenomenon where basically all the adult bees, perhaps except for the youngest ones and the queen, fly away from the hive and just disappear somewhere.
This isn't the first time something like this has happened. Similar occurrences have been reported before, dating as far back as the 1800s. But unfortunately, we are no closer to finding a cure to the problem, which is why scientists like Musson and others at UC Davis are hard at work trying to help one of nature's hardest workers.
We haven't even used any smoke, and they're not even responding. So they're pretty mellow today.
Concern for the honeybee is so widespread that even Haagen-Dazs, the country's premium ice cream company, is doing their part to help. Their Help the Honeybees campaign is educating ice cream lovers of all ages about the importance of our favorite little insect.
Yeah, I'd have to say that probably we were all a little bit surprised when Haagen-Dazs got a hold of us and they said, you know what, we've kind of taken a look at our business, and it appears as though 40% of our flavors deal with fruits pollinated by bees. And then if we talk about ice cream, we're not going to have the cream, we're not going to have the dairy products if the cattle don't have something to feed on, if the cows can't find hay. And clover and alfalfa are a big part of that, but we know that clover seed and alfalfa seed come from bee pollination. So if all the bees were lost, we might be out of our basic ingredients.
Funds from the Haagen-Dazs efforts go directly back to UC Davis, but encouraged to do more, they contacted beekeepers across the country, like Randy Oliver of Grass Valley, to get the word out about what was happening and how people could help.
Every place I go, people ask me, hey, how are you bees doing, Randy? And that's really nice to see that they really care about that. People have a concern for honeybees now, and I'm glad to see that. It's unfortunate it took colony collapse disorder to get us up on the radar, but it's nice to see that beekeepers are being acknowledged as a critical aspect of agriculture.
Now, with beekeepers, farmers, ranchers, scientists, and even ice cream makers across the state all working hard on this special honeydew list, honeybees are getting some much-needed help to produce sweet treats as they help fill up our plates with food. And now people like me who once were afraid of seeing bees are now more afraid of not seeing them. For California Country, I'm Tracy Sellers.